that thing. Isn't that something to talk about? Yeah, so obviously, I love FIFA. Like, FIFA is one of my favorite games I've ever played. It's one of the only games I actually like, and it's the only game I've consistently gotten year after year. I have recently gotten into MLB The Show and games such as that, but FIFA has always been the game I've gotten consistently. I've gotten, I think, for like the last 5 years, I think, now. So obviously, I do like FIFA, and I really enjoy FIFA. So that's why I titled this video, Make FIFA Great Again. Because I guess, I don't know, there's not really much that you can do to make it really fun anymore. Because, like, the games and everything, it's really come to, like, a standstill. As where, like, I don't even know how to say it, but it's come to, like, basically a standstill. Where, like, I don't know, in terms of what they're doing, as there's a minor improvements year to year. But I feel like right now, FIFA, in terms of career mode, has really come to a standstill. Of course, Ultimate Team, they've been doing pretty good. But in terms of, like I said, career mode, it has come to almost, like, it's grinded to a halt. So, that's why I'm trying to say make it great again. That's what I'm trying to do with this career mode, honestly. I feel like this was a really good idea. Because I had a career mode. I didn't start on Ultimate because obviously it was new and whatever. So I was obviously a little bit nervous. Oh, it's a huge game. Wow. A little bit nervous, honestly, to play on Ultimate difficulty. So obviously, I've always played on Legendary the last couple of years. So I really wanted to continue that and see if Legendary was adequate enough or whatever. Like, it was good enough for me to play on. So I started a Rangers career mode for some reason. I've always been a fan of Rangers. I don't know why. Not from Scotland. I think it's because they always tend to bring in quite a few American players. Like, they've had Maurice Edu, who I really like. He got robbed of that extra, or that game-winning goal in the 2010 World Cup when I think he tied. I forget what it was. He got called offside, but he wasn't offside at all. But yeah, I think that's why I like Rangers. So obviously I scouted American players to come bring to them. I signed Shane Long. Shane Long is one of my favorite strikers in the Premier League right now. God, this is a huge game. Mansfield Town beat us earlier in the season. Obviously this was off screen. Yeah, Mansfield Town beat us earlier in the season with Walker. There you go. He's leading the league in goals, I think. He has 20 now. He scored a last-minute winner. It was nothing. It was 0-0. Really should have been avoided. It was very poorly done from myself, if I do say so myself. It was a needless. The ball was going out for a goal kick in the 90th minute, and for some reason I used the right back and I played it into the path of Walker. Walker smashed it home one time, and we ended up losing that game 1-0. So, and they're ahead of us by 1 point. So, had that not happened, that probably would be the reason. Oh, it's really not so bad. Oh, yes. Wow. So this is, yeah, so I was talking about the career mode, okay, yeah. But had that not happened, obviously, we would be leveling points with them, as we just equalized it right now. But, as I was saying, yeah, so I started that career mode. Shane Long, one of my favorite strikers. So obviously that was really fun to play with him. He led the league in goals. But that's also another annoying thing, is the player regression. Every single year it gets brought up in career mode because he was 32 when I first signed him. And it hasn't really been fixed. And that's, like, really annoying, obviously, because he led the league in goals and his value was decreasing. It's just like, if you lead a league in goals, no matter how old you are, your value won't decrease. It's either going to stay the same or it's going to rise, because obviously you're a proven goal scorer and you can score some goals. So that's obviously upsetting. But yeah, so obviously, Shane Long scored a lot of goals that in that first season. He scored a lot of goals in the second season. In the second season, I signed Demba Ba, and I had made a really good team for the Rangers. So it was really nice to play with that team. Obviously, halfway through the season, I realized that legendary difficulty was just way too easy. So I bumped it up to ultimate, and it really didn't do much at all. Like, the only way ultimate will actually prove to be a challenge is if you do something like what I'm doing right now, and where ultimate difficulty is hard, just because the players I have on this team are so absolutely terrible. So the idea behind this, to make this like obviously a road to glory would be too easy, because you'd be able to sign players. Pre-contracts are pretty overpowered, if you do ask me, because I feel like you can sign a lot of really good players on free deals. For example, on Rangers, yeah, that's a perfect example. I signed David De Gea for Rangers on a pre-contract. It's just like, that would never happen, ever. In real life, a pre-contract, De Gea would never even get to that stage. Like, some players you'd sign on pre-contracts, their status at the club would never allow them to be pre-contracted. Obviously, if you're at the club, you can you can extend your players' deals to ensure that they don't like leave on a pre-contract. But yeah, signing De Gea on a pre-contract. So yeah, the last season, so I won the treble or whatever it was. I won the domestic double with Rangers both years. But I didn't win anything past the domestic double, because in the first year, obviously, no national competition, and then the second year, the first year we were in the Europa League. Oh, wow, is that Watkins again? Wow, Watkins with 2 goals. Wow, what a big... I love Lee Watkins. I think I mentioned it in the streams. I think I'm just going to, at the end of the season, I'm just going to have a stream about everything. And wow, I really love this guy, Lee Watkins. He has been so good. It really sucks that no one watches this stuff, because he is a really good player. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so the first year I got knocked out in the quarterfinals of the Europa League by Arsenal on away goals. I think the tie finished 4-4, so obviously that was very devastating. And then in the next year, I lost in the Champions League final against, who was it? I think it was Real Madrid. Yeah, 2-0. Obviously, Real Madrid, way better team, and obviously Ultimate Difficulty took advantage of that, because I think Memphis Depay was on their team, and he was a 90 rated overall striker. It's just like, how are you supposed to stop that when still, I think I had like 2 players in the 80s? And it's just like, yeah, it's unfair, because it's not going to work out. Watkins. So yeah, that's why I made this career mode, because I wanted it to prove as a challenge. And obviously, I think I'm a pretty decent FIFA player. I mean, obviously, making it to the Champions League final with a team like Rangers is just like pretty. Obviously, it's not the easiest task. That's a great goal. So much fast. Yeah, obviously taking Rangers to the Champions League final. I think that's the first time the team has gotten the Champions League. I guess the new Champions League. I think the old Champions League. I think, or Aberdeen or something like that. Like one of the times like Aston Villa, Middlesbrough were dominating on the European scene, stuff like that. Like, I think that's probably around the time that it wouldn't be completely ridiculous if a Scottish team made it, because those Celtic and Rangers teams back in the day were really dominant on the international stage. Now they're just really dominant domestically, but on the international stage they were very, very dominant. And I should take off Lee Watkins, because Zhang does want to get a couple games in, because he's been complaining he wants some more game time. And obviously can't really have players leaving. Oh, that's a great. Sweet hit from whoever that was. Let's take out Shane Griffin. Shane Griffin isn't done much. So Zhang really wants game time, so we're going to give him game time. But yeah, just trying to make FIFA fun again for me, and this is the way I did it, because obviously I was dominating with my Rangers career mode, so I decided obviously I needed to change teams, because obviously I think the Scottish Premier League isn't the most competitive unless you yourself take charge of a team that isn't Celtic or Rangers. Obviously, I probably messed up. Probably should have done Hearts. I really don't mind Hearts. So probably should have done that, honestly. Didn't. So that's no one's fault but my own. But yeah, like the Scottish Premier League wasn't very challenging, so I decided to take over Liverpool. Obviously, I think I mentioned it earlier that Liverpool is one of my favorite sides. So, it is my favorite team, and obviously one of my two favorite teams, and the other team is what's it called? The other team is what's it called? God, why am I forgetting the team's name? The other team is New York Red Bulls. Oh my goodness! So obviously, wasn't trying to make a move to the MLS, like an MLS team, because that'd be just the same as what's it called? Just the same as the Rangers, just the same as Rangers. Yeah, just be the same thing because the New York Red Bulls are pretty good side in MLS. They always make it pretty far in the tournament. They do play well. Just once it comes to the playoffs, that's when they really start to fall off a bit. So obviously that sucks to see as a fan of theirs because I went to games. I think I definitely talked about this before, but yeah. And yeah, in my introduction video, I talked about going to New York Red Bulls games. But yeah, so obviously wasn't trying to play for them. And then Liverpool obviously was one of the jobs, so obviously applied for it. And I think I don't know, I probably should have gotten the job because obviously yes, I won 4 trophies, but I feel like that shouldn't be enough to warrant the Liverpool job. That's why I really like playing on this team because everyone, I guess I'll explain it again, but everyone on the team, apart from one player, was 47 overall when the career mode started. Obviously, I'm going to do player training to improve the team because trying to win with those 47 rated players over the course of a season, and they're still better now, but they still, obviously, the majority of the team is still in the 40s, the high 40s, if not 50s or below 50s, apart from one player, or apart from 2 players, because wow, 21 goals, that's crazy. Millie, our goalkeeper, is 65 overall, and the one player that we were allowed over 47 overall with Oliver Torn. Oliver Torn is one of my favorite players in career mode. I was managing. I like doing Road to Glory career modes. I think it's a good story, and that's why obviously, if FIFA could do like more cinematics or whatever, or just do like off the field stuff, I feel like that'd be so cool, especially in Road to Glory. They finally, after many years, they finally got the badge stuff right, because it'd be so annoying just like having like worked your way up from the League 2 to get yourself into the Premier League and you still got that League 2 badge. It's just like, what's the point? Like you like did all that hard work and like FIFA can't even like adjust the badges. So it's like teams would get relegated from the Premier League still have that Premier League badge or the championship. It's just like that's obviously a really small thing. But obviously
the referee has indicated it will be a minimum of 2 minutes of added time.
So yeah. This is huge, actually. Oh, damn. Oh, I thought that was a PK. That is a tough result. Really needed a win there. We played well. Walker and Lee Watkins both bag a brace. Damn. Really needed the win. But so I think that's how this episode's going to end. Really didn't talk about much, so I'll probably talk about it again in the next episode. So I'll see you guys next time.